My name is Rick Horaska, and I'm here today to help celebrate the University of Winnipeg Wesmen's Classic 50th anniversary. I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about the effect and the influence that the University of Winnipeg has had in my life, and also transition to my memories of the Wesmen Classic. First of all, it was in 1974 that Bruce Enns, who was then University of Winnipeg men's basketball coach, recruited me from Garden City Collegiate, and I came to the University of Winnipeg. He looked at some of the programming they offered, and I think might have been the first year that the University of Winnipeg offered the Bachelor of Ed program. And so I was interested in that because teaching and coaching was something I wanted to do in my future, and so I went to the University of Winnipeg, and although I didn't make the varsity team in my first few years, I played on the JV team, but that culminated in something great for me, which was we were provincial champions and went to the Canadian finalists and lost to Windsor in a close final under Coach Don Lamont. Eventually I got a little bit better and kept going to the university and made the varsity team under Bruce Enns at the end of the 70s and participated in the Wesmen Classic. And a specific year that I played, we were a 500 team, but we definitely overachieved. We weren't great on paper, but we were a hard-working team, and as a result of that, Bruce Enns won the CIS National Coach of the Year award. As a transition to more of my academic studies in the future, the University of Winnipeg provided me the opportunity to become a basketball coach, a teacher, in the Winnipeg School Division, and eventually a vice principal, and for a short term a principal. So I owe the University of Winnipeg great gratitude for the opportunities that it gave me. Transitioning to the Wesmen Classic, participated in my first Wesmen Classic almost 42 years ago. It was at the Convention Center, a great stage for people to be exposed to either high school, university, basketball during a holiday time when people have a little more time to go out and watch things that they may not have time during the regular work week, during the Christmas holidays. Other memories I have in that great stage is also coaching. Eventually I became a coach at the St. John's High School where I taught, and I was lucky enough to be coach of a couple of teams that won, actually, the Wesmen Classic. One was in 1985. I coached the St. John's High School varsity boys team that won at that time, and then about the late 80s, early 90s, I coached a JV team that won also. Those memories continued in a kind of a positive on the win column, in that as my boys grew up, my two boys, Keith and James, and came to watch games as they were young tykes. They eventually came to play basketball at Oak Park High School under Randy Cassano, and they participated in a few years each of the Wesmen Classic at the high school level. My older son Keith was lucky enough to be on the championship team, Oak Park Raiders, and I think it was 2001, and very proud of him, and great experience for himself and our family to see that. And then a few years later, James also played for Oak Park, didn't win at the high school level, but played for Dave Crook, who was the men's team coach, and they won it in 2006. I think it was the last time that the university team won the Wesmen Classic, and we hope they do well this year and win this year, but our family's seen some great success as part of the Wesmen Classic family. And although those were great experiences for us on the win column, I think the main thing for us today and going forward is the friends we made, the people that we competed against, and just a meeting place for the basketball community, where the coaches, players, chance to meet with old friends, and also see new talent come through. We see some of the great new Winnipeg talent that comes through in the tournaments in the high school level. So as far as us old guys are concerned, we get to see some people that we haven't seen for a while, but also we get to see some of the future of basketball, whether it be coaches or players. I guess in wrapping up, I'd like to say a few things to Coach Mike Rainbow. If you're playing the tournament coming up and 3/4 of your team is fouled out or hurt, I do have 1 year of eligibility left. I would warn you that your trainer should have maybe some AED paddles on the bench, because I think a couple of times up and down the court, I may have to have my heart shot back to life. So again, I'd like to congratulate the University of Winnipeg on the 50th anniversary of Wesmen Classic. Great event. We've loved it for years. We'll continue to keep going, and as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to buy 4 tickets for the Classic and look forward to the 50th rendition this year.